Let's check in with nature. Inhale, hands float up. Reach up towards the sky. Come together over your head, reaching up a little bit. And sink your whole body. Hands in front of your forehead. Hands in front of your heart. Hands in front of you like you have a pregnant belly. Hands float out. Hands settle down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just wait until you feel the Qi of the land pouring up through your body. It's happening all the time anyway. Receive that. Sink into the body. Find your structure. Find your center. Just stand for a moment and prepare for your practice. So let's expand our Qi. So we're going to inhale, hands are going to float out and up, nice and round. Keep floating up. Exhale, hands turn over slowly. Hands float up, soft, round, hanging, loose. We float up, we rise up underneath, look up. Just connect with all the beautiful sunlight. Exhale. Sink. Knees to your toes, hips just ahead of your heels. Pelvis is level like a bowl. Hanging from your head, nice and loose. Inhale. Sink back so your hands float up. Inhale some more. Follow your body up. Look up. Exhale. Sink. Lower your gaze with your hands, hands fall to the sides. So now let's focus on timing it with your breath. So take a breath, all the way in, all the way out, and see if you can time the movement with your natural timing for breathing. So just inhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale. So now, as we stand, feeling connected with our body, we're going to sway back and forth a little bit as if we're kelp and we're in an ocean. And the ocean goes this way, ocean goes that way, ocean comes up, ocean comes down. And we're going to see if we can be really spontaneous and intuitive and playful and kind of dance-like as we're going to go through the same practice. But we're just going to let the ocean do the moving. So let's do some weaving hands. So bring your hands up, thumbs up in front of you. Turn to one side, and it's almost like you're hitchhiking and then turning your thumbs in the direction you're going. And you want to move with your whole body and keep your knees going towards your toes most of the time. So I'm going to turn my thumbs, turn my body, slowly turn my thumbs over and turn my body. So there's a lot of different rhythms you can play with while you're doing this. But at first, slow and just challenging gently, ever so gently, your ability to twist gently your pelvis, your ribs, your shoulders, roll your hands over, keep your body elongated and loose, and also keep your knees over your feet. So we're just going to turn left and right, just weaving our hands. We call it weaving because there's just a slight sense that you're kind of coming underneath of something, over something, along, underneath of something, over something, just like you would be going as a thread back and forth and through, under and over other threads. It becomes a very nice meditation. Staying soft, keeping your up and down, turning with your waist, turning with your pelvis, turning with your ribs, Now, a fun game to play, I like, when I'm doing this, is to think that there's a little flashlight coming out of my belly button, and that when I'm turning, and again keeping my knees very rooted over my feet, when I'm turning left and right, I'm just turning that flashlight to check what's over there, check what's over there, and now my belly button, my sternum and my nose, and my hands are all working together, pointing in the same direction. Staying soft, keeping your up and down, turning with your waist, turning with your pelvis, turning with your ribs, inhale a bit, relax, and sink. Inhale, exhale. Just like you're flapping wings. Let your body naturally move up and down in a way that kind of leads your wings along, up, down. So your body goes up first, then your wings, then your body drop. Settle our elbows and wrists and swinging together. Notice that we can hold a kind of sacred space and stillness. Flap our wings, reach out to the sides, settle, and come back to that stillness. Inhale. What's out there for now needs to stay out there. What's in here, inside your body, inside your awareness and your breath, is here. These are the wings of here and there. Stress can give us some time to practice while we enter into a centered, still, conscious, and embodied state. The future sometimes needs to stay out there so that we can find stillness and readiness right here. The past sometimes needs to be asked to give us some time and some space so we can arrive in the present Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So just turn left and right, using your whole body to turn, not just your hands. So I'm just going to put my hand on my belly button. So notice, if you can, when you're moving from your pelvis and your core, your pelvis does most of the work, turning your body left and right. But it takes some time to loosen up your hips and find the right muscles. So play with it, but that's really important. So now as we swing, we're going to slow down and reach through our fingers. And we're going to allow our imagination to reach into our arms like they're antennas or whiskers, in the sense that when they reach out, they feel, they interact, and they kind of gather information, if you will, or energy or awareness. So we reach, extending little antennas. We want to reconnect with the land and the energy that's coming up from the land, the energy that's coming down from the sky. So take a look around, and if you're inside, imagine you're not inside. And just imagine the land as far as you can see, or look at the land as far as you can see. And just imagine that it's 10,000 years ago, and one of your ancestors, for some reason 10,000 years ago, woke up every day and went like this. We want to reconnect with the land and the energy that's coming up from the land, the energy that's coming down from the sky. So take a look around, and if you're inside, imagine you're not inside. And just imagine the land as far as you can see, or look at the land as far as you can see. And just imagine that it's 10,000 years ago, and one of your ancestors, for some reason 10,000 years ago, woke up every day and went like this. And they reached out as far as they could see with their whiskers, their antennas, to feel the aliveness of the world, the Qi of the land, the Qi of the sky. So as we do that, nice and slow, receive, gather the Qi that's coming down from the sky. Even if it's a cloudy day, we can still feel the light. So when I feel the light, let that go through all of your cells, imbuing you with that sky energy or sky Qi, Tian Qi. And we're going to turn, focusing more as if our whiskers are rolling along, kind of caressing the topography. So they kind of go like this, and you don't have to be literal in the sense that every mountain and tree and that, because we don't want to be nervous. We just want to, again, imagine and play. We're reaching out as far as we can see with these invisible whiskers. And now we're just feeling the aliveness coming up from the land through the plants, the trees, the animals. A good way to connect with the Qi of the land is, as you're swinging, is to allow your shoulders and your arms to always feel like they're just on the brink or the edge of just falling. So as we're turning, we're also kind of constantly on the verge of falling into the land. So now that interaction really feels like we're being buoyed up, dropped down, kind of held up by the Qi of the earth. So we can play with that. And as we're turning, interacting with the Qi of the land, the Qi of the sky, the land, the sky. Sometimes it's good to close your eyes and not pretend you're blind, but learn what it would be like to sense more through your skin and your whiskers, your antennas, than through your eyes. I often describe the experience of reaching for a light switch in the dark. It's just now you're doing it with the whole lower part of your arm and the whole upper part of your arm. Reaching everywhere at once with these ancestral whiskers. And now, as we're swinging our ancestral whiskers to the horizon, as far as we can perceive, now we want to go and feel nice and slow, as if we're clearing up any energy stagnation, any bad, feelings in the world, any residue of past conflicts or anything. It really depends on what you feel like caring about. You could focus on cleaning the environment and the pollution sense. You could clear everything around you in the karmic sense and just have that inner kind of prayer. And then we're going to slow down and come back to center. And finally, as we swing our whiskers, reaching, now we're going to imagine that we're reaching just over the horizon. And imagine, if you will, the perception that we know the sky and the land are touching each other as far as we can see, but on the edge of that, which imagine it's 10,000 years ago, all you can really imagine is on the other side of the horizon, that must be where the sky and the earth are coming together to make the world as the world. So when we reach over the edge of the world, and I'm not talking about flat earth, I'm just talking about a indigenous perception. As we reach over the edge of the world, we're just reaching into the primordial. Again, this is sort of metaphor, but as we're turning, reaching over the horizon into the infinite, the unknowable, now we're receiving and connecting with primordial Qi, the energy that's behind and before everything, however you understand that in your world. And then we're going to slow down and come back to center. We're going to hold it right in front of our chest. So the center of the ball is in front of the center of the chest. And then we're going to just roll the Qi ball at our chest. It's almost like you're just caressing the surface of a sphere. We're not really doing any we're not adding or stretching or compressing anymore. Now we're just refining it. You can think of it like going, you're just making it shiny as a metaphor for just the idea of cultivating refinement. And my hands are rolling forward around this invisible sphere. And as we cultivate a lot of energy, doing the stirring, playing with a Qi ball, if you start to feel a bit agitated, a bit sort of stirred up in your mind, a bit ungrounded, then when you're rolling your Qi ball, maybe just stop every once in a while and just give your body a shake, just to make sure that you're not building up a lot of static. Because sometimes that happens, especially at the beginning. We start to feel Qi and it gets like static, like it's irritating. So if it gets irritating, just shake. Otherwise, just turn your body, sternum, belly button, nose, turning with your pelvis, and just rolling a Qi ball at your chest. Then we just settle. Next posture. And you can play with left or right, up and down. It's up to you. But one hand is going to have your palm right in front of your heart. One is going to have your palm right in front of that spot below your belly button. And in this posture, we want to do vase breathing. So when we inhale half into our belly, half into our chest. Exhale half of our chest, half of our belly. Inhale, exhale. So I've been exaggerating that so it won't be as visible now. Lower, middle, empty the middle, empty the lower. Face breathing, fill your belly, fill your chest, empty your chest, empty your belly. Settling our Qi, go through the 5 pillars. The earth, the soil, our somatic experience, memories, emotions, and just holding them in a good way. Being stable like a mountain, still. Metal, receptive, accepting, deep breathing. And also some letting go. Water, stillness and readiness. And fluidity. Wood, for structure, elasticity, tone, big, stretchy, reaching, opening, heels to your fingertips. And fire, being expressive, being open. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, just closing your practice. Inhale, closing the practice. Coming down the midline, sealing any energetic boundaries you need. Feeling the shape of that protective Qi bubble, just relaxing. Last closing your midline, sealing your energy. Inhale, bring your feet together, exhale. You choose, you can bow to the generations that have come before. It's optional, you don't have to do that. This is also optional, but you can take a sense of the Qi you've cultivated today and send it to everyone in the world or to someone specific. And just breathe in and send that good Qi to where it needs to go. And that's a way of expressing our generosity and gratitude for having our practice and being able to share it.